What's going on there, people? All right, I'm going to do a little video here on how to use and how to set a torque wrench. I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of comments on, how do you use a torque wrench? How do you set it to a specific torque setting? What kind of torque wrench should I get? Do I need a 250? Do I need a 200? Do I need a 150 foot-pound torque wrench? It really matters on what you plan on using it for. If you plan on using it for home use, obviously you kind of just want to set, when maybe you do your brakes or you rotate your tires, you want to set your lug nuts to the factory setting. You're probably only going to need 150 foot-pound. That's the most common. Obviously, if you're in the automotive industry, something in the 250. 200, 250 might make more sense and probably does, but it all matters what you're using it for. But usually 150 is the way to go. This is a Husky. This is kind of an expensive torque wrench. Uh, Harbor Freight has a decent Pittsburgh one that, this is 250 foot-pounds. This torque wrench goes up to, Harbor Freight's Pittsburgh brand. They have one that's 150 foot-pounds that'll work for a lot of you guys out there. That's like $9.99. So, it matters what you're using it for. This has a lifetime warranty. The Husky stuff, this is made by Apex, same brand that makes, gear wrench. So it's a quality brand, but if you're really only using it for, tightening lug nuts, torquing lug nuts, you can probably get away with, one of those Pittsburghs or something like that. But, it's a real simple tool to use. Obviously, right here you got your anvil. This is a 1/2 inch torque wrench. They come, mostly they're in a 1/2 inch, but, they're in 3/8 also. That's the socket that you're going to want to put on. So this is a 1/2 inch anvil here. Here's your lever to tighten and to loosen. You guys, I'm sure, know how to do that. It's pretty much just like a ratchet at this part of the tool. Real simple. Then you get to what a lot of people have questions about is how to set a torque wrench. So this is a 50. I'm going to try to get it so you can see this here. All right, so this is a 50 to 250 pound torque wrench, like I said. So this will torque up to 250 foot-pounds max and minimum 50 foot-pounds. So you have two settings on it. You got foot-pounds, and if you turn it over, you have Newton meters. Not a lot of stuff is done in this. I'm sure somewhere, if it's in Europe or, it's not really used a lot in the United States, but it's used, and they have it on most torque wrenches that are sold in the U.S. So, but you're mostly going to be focusing on the foot-pounds part of the tool. So right now it's set at 50 foot-pounds. All right, it's real simple. The zero right here. I'm just trying to focus. All right, so this is your this is like a push down knob. So this is going, as soon as you push this down, now you're going to be able to turn this part right here. Okay, so right now I cannot move this no matter what I do. All right, so let me set up my camera here a little bit better. All right, so like I was saying, you might have trouble. Let's try it right like that. All right, so all right, there we finally got it. All right, so as you can see, it's set at 50 foot-pounds. It keeps zooming. It's hard to get this to stay focused here. All right, so it's set at 50 foot-pounds. The zero right there, that it's used just like to balance it out. So when you go to zero, on the knob here. Okay, so if right now it's at 50 foot-pounds. All right, now you got to press down on this push knob right here. Then you just turn just like that. All right, so now I'm at 52 foot-pounds. All right, it's going to keep focusing out, unfortunately. I'm hoping I can explain it at least so some of you guys can get something useful out of this. But all right, so now I'm at 52 foot-pounds. Real simple. You push down, say you want to set it to 56. Right there's 56. So you want to get it right in the middle. Now these are your foot-pounds right here. So you got 50, then you go here at 70, 90, 110, 130, 150. You get the picture. This is actually focusing in at the present moment, so I want to get it to work. So say you want to set it at 78 pounds. Now this little dial here goes up to 18. So as you can see, I'm going to turn it right there, and then it goes back to 0. So we'll put it at 18 just to... So if I have this at 18, this is now 50 plus 18. So what is that? That's 68. So right now, this will torque to 68 foot-pounds. You're going to hear a little click. Real simple. You'll know it when it clicks. You know, it's a real simple tool to use. You know, like I said, I've been getting a lot of comments about it. I figured I'd do a little hands-on. So, you know, we'll do it again. Again, it's a lot of them. Most of them have this little push-down button here, but some have different ways. Some have a little button on the bottom that you can push. But, you know, it's not hard. If you can do basic math, you're going to be able to use a torque wrench. You know, 128 foot-pounds, that's what my Dodge Ram is torqued at. So what I would do is, you'll see it here. You got to keep going all the way up here. So you're gonna set it up to 110. Okay, so now this is set at 110. Okay, it's on the 110 mark. Hopefully you can see that. There's the 110, and it's right in the middle, the 0 there. Now, to make it to 128, I'm going to add 18. So I'm just going to turn it till it hits this 18 number on the dial. So you just turn it. And you get it right in the middle there. And there you go. It's at 128 foot-pounds. So you see that line in the middle? Again, that separates the lighting. I'm going to try to... This line right here, that's where you always want to put your number. Alright? So obviously it's almost at 130. You'll see if I go to the 0, then it'll be at 130, but you want to put 2 less than that to make it 128. You know, real simple tool to use. When you tighten it, like I said, you're going to hear a clicking, and it won't really... You won't really be able to push it anymore. It kind of stops it also, but you'll hear that click, and that lets you know that you're at whatever number your wrench is set to. And it's real simple, guys. You know, it's not brain surgery. A lot of people get kind of, you know, I don't want to get a torque wrench. I don't know how to use the thing. It's so simple. It's basic math. You push down on the push down knob to move the dial to where you want to set it at. Again, sometimes they're at the bottom. You know, if you kind of like this way, I like this because sometimes when they're on the bottom, I mean, it could, you know, it's not common and it probably won't happen, but I just don't like it on the bottom. You know, you can kind of just damage it over time. I like it right above the grip. So if this is the kind you like, and I'm sure you'll see videos with them on the bottom, totally up to you. You know, if you're looking at that Pittsburgh, you know, it might be like $10, like I said, but you might not like, you know, where the button is to, you know, set your torque dial to. So if you like this kind, a lot of companies make them. Real simple. I mean, you push down, as soon as you let go, it's going to stop. And, you know, if you have a lot of 3/8 sockets, you know, a lot of the 3/8 torque wrenches, they usually only go up to 150 foot-pounds. So if you have, you know, applications you're going to be, or you want your torque wrench to get up to over that 150 foot-pound mark, you're probably going to have to go to a 1/2 inch torque wrench. But, you know, like I said, 150 foot-pounds, that'll pretty much do any car in the industry, any truck. You know, once, you know, if you want to do, you know, the big rigs, then obviously you're going to have to go to a 1/2 inch or even, you know, a 3/4 torque wrench. But, so that's it. Real simple. I really like this Husky, but it is expensive. You know, what's great about a lot of these types of tools is if you buy a decent brand, you'll get a, you know, a lifetime warranty on them. So if something does happen, you're pretty much only buying the tool once, as long as you, you know, are within their limited lifetime warranty, you know, guidelines there. But simple tool to use, nothing to be, you know, have anxiety about. It's simple. Playing around with it for 5 minutes, you'll have it down packed. But that's it. Just a little video on how to use a torque wrench. Any comments, questions, let me know. Catch you on the next one.